This is an actual leak of something that was supposed to be announced.
Ooh, was it the Square Enix one?
No, so this is from Ubisoft. This is the next Watch Dogs was leaked today.
Who fucking cares?
Well, yeah, you might not care, Gavin. And
Do you like?
I don't either.
Okay.
But I did play the.
People like them. I don't know who these people are. I've never actually met one.
I always like,
but
the
I do
idea.
know it's popular.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. Where like I did play the second one months after it came out, and it was cool. It was interesting. I like that play on it. It was in San Francisco. The cool gadgets, the hacking. I like that. Yeah. But it was never enough to keep me around. So I'm not sure. You're right. I'm always on the fence. I see that they sell and people dig them, but it is a huge title, and it leaked today. But so this was it was leaked by Amazon UK. But a lot
Good job, Amazon.
Right. A lot of we talked about a lot of these leaks are just retailers trying to post the thing to pre-order or the title on their page so that they can coincide with when they're dropped, but they never quite. A lot of the times they don't quite like get the timing right.
Which is so funny too when you think of the original purpose of E3 was to try and get your game onto shelves of these retailers. Yeah. And now it's like people are already on the shelves. The retailers already know.
Yep, and they're fucking it up.
Yeah.
So there's some details on it. The third Watch Dogs has now leaked out thanks to Amazon UK. This is from Jason Schreier of Kotaku, and it's called Watch Dogs Legion. Kotaku can confirm.
Like we are Legion.
So you're already super negative on it, Gavin. We'll see. Kotaku can confirm that this one's real, as we've heard the name from several sources plugged into the company. Watch Dogs Legion is set in post-Brexit London, as we confirmed a while ago. And
post-Brexit London?
Yeah. I like that they're tying more politics into their games, but I know
that's going to be fun.
Right. And let's see what else we got. Here's the really interesting gimmick. You can play as any NPC you recruit in the game. From the product description, play as anyone. Every individual you meet in the open world has a full set of animations, voiceover, character traits, and visuals that are generated and guided by gameplay systems. So this is Jason quoting.
I don't trust this.
Yeah, interesting. I've heard the same. So this is back to Jason. I've heard the same, and also that you'll see different things at different points in the game depending on which NPC you're playing as. In fact, from what I've heard, the system is so ambitious that it's been causing the developers a lot of headaches and may have led to at least one delay. We'll find out more at next week's E3. But yeah, that was interesting game mechanic to play as, potentially every NPC. It might be, specific ones that you can actually choose from. But
yeah.
And where does that take the story? I'm not sure.
So, and it does kind of beg the question, like, how many people can you recruit?
Right.
Like, what's the limit on that? Because it does say recruit specifically. It's just one of those things where, is it another Fable growing the trees in Fable, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's one of those systems where would it even be worth it at the end? Now, the whole like playing as a specific character and experiencing a specific thing is absolutely fantastic.
Sure.
And I hope they lean into that and truly deliver something upon that. But
yeah, what do you think about? So it's apparently the game mechanic or the game itself is generating either through combinations. It's generating a full set of animations, voiceover, character traits, and visuals.
That's so hard.
It seems like it, right? It's a lot of data crunching.
That would be a nightmare. I wouldn't want to work on that game.
Right. And especially like you can get that to work and be awesome, but then, and maybe it's not a big deal, but eventually you find the one character that's just like this garbage combination of all these random things that did not work.
Which would be fun to try and beat missions with the garbage character.
Yeah.
That could certainly be really kind of fun. And honestly, now that I think about the animation system, so there's like Euphoria, which allowed for like, AI driven animation. I want to say Unity had something kind of similar that they announced like maybe a year ago.
And Ubisoft uses Unity, right? That's their main one. I feel like for like Assassin's Creed, and this is also open world.
No.
Am I thinking of something else?
You're just thinking of the name Unity.
Okay, got it.
So I think there's definitely the technology is now out where you could probably AI drive an animation, how natural it's going to look. Because even like in Grand Theft Auto 3 or was it 4? What was the last one? The last one was 5, right?
5, yeah, last one was 5.
So I'm thinking of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like those like AI driven animations would look really wonky sometimes. It did a great drunk person simulator. Best like drunk person simulator ever. But yeah, I think the technology could be there to do that part. Voices are going to sound probably modulated would be my concern.
Yeah, interesting. because they're not recording all these different styles of of human voices. They're generating it or altering it somehow.
Right.
Interesting.
And how do you can they change the faces at all? Because people have just differences in our facial posture
Yep.
when we talk, or the way people in different parts of the states will move their tongue a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it'd be cool to see how they pull that off and if they show that in the reveal trailer. But
Yeah.
I'm interested. I like that it's a different enough change on the gameplay to where I do want to see how that unfolds. And maybe they're leaving the idea of this one kind of protagonist, and they're letting people play as kind of just random NPCs. I like that idea.
Yeah. It's also kind of fun that so post Brexit England, that's a neat setting.
Right.
It's also one that's kind of funny because it's just well, what if you piss off people there? Well, that's a small enough population that who gives a fuck? You got less than half of England or the UK. No, not the UK. It's England. No,
England's
the UK.
in the UK, but yeah.
Yeah, so you've got less than half of the UK. That compared to the rest of the world that's going to play this game, that's not.
That's true.
And a lot of the well, I shouldn't talk about.
Well, you have San Francisco
Politics,
was the last one, and
too
that
much
was an
about.
even smaller portion, and that's a less of a group or a size. That's
Well,
I
were
guess
you
it's a
going to
city
offend
get.
San Francisco though? This has potential to offend people.
Sure.
But they've picked a country that's small enough population wise that the rest of the world will play it and be this is we're playing around in Europe I keep saying Europe. It's not. Well,
In the UK.
it is, but I
I
don't know.
think-
I don't know the terms anymore.
No, I'm out of the loop too. But I would trust in, because they're taking such a hot topic, a current ongoing topic, and playing around with it. So I would trust that they're subtle enough or fair enough in how they kind of make fun of it or draw criticism of it. But Grand Theft Auto does the same thing too. It's not as precise, but it is a general comment on the world itself.
Grand Theft Auto. The problem with Grand Theft Autos though is, it'll point out shit, but it doesn't really say anything about it. It doesn't take a stance. It just point hey, this guy's a hypocrite. And it's okay.
And maybe they'll do the same
Cool
thing. I feel like that's even easier or the best route to do, because then if you actually have a stance, then everyone, then the internet explodes. But if it's more of presenting both sides, we'll see. But no, that's super interesting though. I wonder how they're going to toe that line.
I think the trickier part is what year do they set it? Because Brexit has been happening for a long fucking time.
Right. I didn't pull it up in the same article, but I was reading that it is in the future or near future. So maybe 3-4 years. They advance the technology a bit for the game as well, like the hacking mechanics and stuff too. But it's post Brexit, and then plus a couple years to see in that direction how bad, good, weird it gets over there. But I'm super interested. Will I play it? I don't know, but I like that people dig it. We'll see how it goes.